Hi everyone.
And they had that, and they're expecting even more.
Hi everyone. This is Goddess Taya 4444.
Right here in northern Texas and
Okay.
Oklahoma. 3 to 5 more
The
inches of
reading
rain along
that
the
I'm
southern
doing,
It just continues on. Now I can tell you
it's gonna be
oftentimes when we have a
it's
major
gonna be
flooding event,
separate
especially for this many
readings, okay?
states and for this many days,
I mean, not
that
separate
rain
readings.
QPF or the
It's
quantitative
gonna
total that we
be
expect when we
different
say 3 to 5 inches of rain
readings,
don't do it justice. Oftentimes,
several
there
other
are spots that are going to be
readings.
outperforming that.
So,
When we say 3 to 5, there will be spots
whichever
that get to
this,
a half foot of rain
if
over the
if
weekend. So, again, you have outdoor plans.
if
I
the
don't want to force that. I
reading
don't want to rain on your parade.
resonates with
Get outside, but
you,
make sure you have a way of getting those
go
notifications
ahead
in case
on
there are warnings, whether it's a
and
severe thunderstorm warning, a hail
flow
warning,
with it.
or a flash flood
If
warning.
you
That way you
need to
can get out
change,
and have a
switch
good weekend and do it safely.
things around, you go on and do that.
Into the hurricane season, Fox weather
Okay,
into
but
Hurricane
the
H2
first
week,
reading
and last
here
week we saw
is
the devastating floods in Nashville, North Carolina, of course,
this
from
is
Hurricane
a
Ian.
karmic,
We're still
right?
on the ground as all of this unfolded. He recently went back to follow up. Take a listen to this.
A karmic female.
September 26th.
Her ego has taken control over her
Making a catastrophic category 4 landfall.
because she wants this wonderful life.
Storm triggered mass evacuations from Florida all the way up the eastern seaboard.
She's pregnant, and the gender is a girl. She did spell work to get pregnant, and the spell work is backfiring on her, and she's confused, or she will be confused.
Florida towns like Perry and Keaton Beach devastated.
What else do I need to know about her?
Helene is considered the deadliest U.S. hurricane since Hurricane Katrina in 2005.
She don't want to change.
The storm's impact was the worst in North Carolina, where nearly half of the deaths occurred.
It's been an incredibly apocalyptic weekend for all of us here in Asheville, North Carolina. There is almost no gas. There is almost no cell service. There's limited power. There is limited food.
But all my colleagues lost everything.
What was this like? Were you prepared for this kind of
No, I came from Florida after Hurricane Ian. I thought this is the area to be safe, and this is not safe.
So even though the forecast called for this much rain, were you expecting this impact?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Of course, she's doing this in secret,
Lost where they were staying because they were near the river.
moving in
We
secret.
talked to people who were hanging on by trees while floodwaters came in and they were rescued.
It also could be.
Getting folks that were trapped in the water.
I'm getting two scenarios with this.
It's like paper.
She may be moving in secret, or someone in my collective is moving in secret. You thought she was the one, but found out differently.
And when the darkness comes, you really understand how scary the situation is. Water and other supplies and food are scarce. And you see,
but what you need to do is always stay 10 steps ahead of your enemies. And she is your enemy. She may love candy.
There are shopping carts loaded with food that people who have been cut off for days are waiting to try and get. FEMA is on the ground right now, and also the federal government has.
Your karmic is unaffectionate.
Duty military members to come in and help FEMA, the National Guard, and aid organizations to deliver all of this.
And you think that you're soulmates. Maybe you are soulmates. But she's your karmic soulmate.
From 8 months ago, as Helene made its way in late September.
Maybe both of you are karmic soulmates.
There was no power. There was no running water. There was no communication. Buildings, structures, homes destroyed by the explosion of rivers, streams, and creeks. creating images like what you see. And the cleanup has taken a long time, and it is still going on.
Wow.
Reopened in the past couple months.
She may have poisoned you too through food.
Communities not in order by any means.
Damn, I'm on point with this.
Launching themselves all around Western North Carolina, trying to.
Ooh, this is for a group of males. Damn.
What they need is people to come in.
For a group of males.
Breweries, all the hiking trails to get these communities back.
Your person was ego controlled them because they wanted such a wonderful life.
Especially once you get over towards Central Park, that's all because of
The gender of the baby is a girl
like over the weekend. Well, answer that.
for some, and it was done. She done this with spell work.
That looks really high.
And now they're going to end up being confused.
It's time.
They don't want to change. Believe me, they don't want to change. So for this group of males, you may be soulmates, karmic soulmates.
Little Works Project was founded in 2013.
You may be
Retail
a soulmate.
so
Both of y'all may be soulmates, but
millions of units moving around every year.
however it fits, this is for a group,
That suite was by far the most
a
comprehensive.
group of males that is going through the same thing. Y'all could be moving in secret.
And only $250 a month.
Yep. So that's the first reading.
Got mine for $155.
You have to check Trivago.
Oh yeah, prove it.
Run Trivago.
Okay.
Hotel prices from multiple different sites, even if you get one. Look, same hotel, $100 less. You didn't check Trivago?
I didn't check Trivago.
Check Trivago to compare prices and save up to 40%. Hotel? Trivago.
Out.
The key to a good day is a good night's sleep. That's why ResMed's AirTouch N39 nasal mask was
I'm
designed
right.
comfortably
I'm right about
with
it.
a soft nasal cushion,
I'm right about it.
and tube-up design.
And it's gonna be a cup full of tears for them.
Allows for a softer, gentler
It's gonna be a cup full of tears for them women's.
or somewhere in between.
Yep,
You can wake up feeling
it
fresh
sure
and ready to
is.
go.
When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more,
Okay, son. Focus on what you can control, all right? Everything else is just noise.
you are unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking.
Let's focus. What are your top priorities?
See,
A couple hundred yards away. Just
the collective.
one just gets upset with it and starts killing for us.
No, this is a continuing to these group of males. This whole reading says I got that card that it is for a group of males. This is cool. This is a continuing.
Let's go.
You can't be free to be yourself.
Not has a habit of messing everything up.
What is this?
You feel distracted, or there's always distractions. Some of you may be married.
Welcome into Approximately Live. I'm Steve Bender, A Tale of Two Tropics, telling a very different story as we wrap up
Music
our
producer.
Hurricane week here at
This is the
Fox
second
Weather.
time this came out.
In the Atlantic, that's all because of the hostile winds and the Sahara dust. But the EPAC, completely different. Double trouble. is
Okay.
brewing. We're going to get into that. Meanwhile, let's talk about what we have seen out of the severe season. It continues to rumble on. This is Brandon and Corey. They are in
Or a music producer is
We spent a
one
lot
of the
time
males.
in Lubbock. This is why. Out of Morton, Texas, you had a wedge tornado that came down with baseball-sized hail.
Yeah, they wanted the rich life.
As it came through. Now, Now, thankfully,
They wanted the wonderful life.
marching 85 miles, and eventually it did make some impacts. We will talk more about that.
That you all could give them.
Right now, that's 36 different
That they would continue
nearly 8,000
to have
strikes in
money
10 minutes alone. That means there's a lot of
coming in.
Lots already happened today.
Yeah.
As expected. So let's get to
So I'm feeling gold digger.
over the weekend as well. Let's dive into the severe risk, and it's all over the country. It's not just in these areas.
I'm feeling gold digger.
I just showed you that video of the wedge tornado.
They were gold diggers.
Last night. Well, Corey's back there.
Anything else from this set?
Car wash. You might need it because there was a lot of dust getting kicked up. You got sandblasted.
Now, when I say this is going to be for several rows, this is going to be several readings. It made me out of lie. They said, nah, this is for a group of guys. Okay. So, that's why I don't like naming my things. Yeah. Them women was being underhanded like a motherfucker.
Reports coming out of that because of the damaging wind. You had trees topple over and power lines down. And I was just
They don't either. They are witches or they done went to a witch to have this done.
With my nephew Patrick, they're out playing soccer. Well, they're not playing right now. That's because of all the electricity just south of Richmond. So that rogue cell running towards the southeast, we get out towards Chattanooga, they have an isolated cell. So these spots was more isolated, and they're starting to fall apart. Now we go out into Colorado, where Pueblo was underneath a severe thunderstorm.
You may be getting an apartment, maybe, or maybe they are getting an apartment.
70-mile-per-hour winds.
Oh, hell. Y'all making yourself available. Well, it's you may. I would too if a dude was doing that shit to me.
Well, they do have apple-sized hill. That's significant. Let's get you now into Lubbock, right? This is the third.
Okay, some of y'all have been tested. The results, you don't have a sexual disease.
It's going to circle back around. That's a good sign. But as you look at this, it has that hook on the underside, which means you have this inflow, and there is a rotationary element. There's the wind gust, 70-mile-per-hour wind for Crosby and Lubbock. This looks like a rotationary element. It is very strong.
Gemini involved.
As of right now, we do have our storm trackers on this. Brandon Kopix on the backside of this system as well. And so when we're looking at this, concerns about what could unfold in West Texas. If Brandon is back behind that, that means he's thinking, hey, there's going to be some stuff that...
Maybe some of you all are thinking about adopting a child. You're not going to adopt a child. I think you changed your mind. I'm feeling like you changed your mind. Okay? Oh, man, my nail came off. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
He's 19, and for me to have to embrace him like he's a newborn baby again, that's the tough part. Every time he cries out.
Your person really didn't like you anyway. All they wanted was the money.
He cries at night.
That's all they wanted.
Since May 29th, 2025 at 3:30 p.m., my life changed.
And so there's Malachi there with Trey. They had a special bond. Now, we're going to talk more about what happened, obviously, last night.
Your comic now is desperate.
But why it's so important.
They want to come back to you with an apology.
Until it does happen, and make sure you have that action plan.
If you all are broken up, some of you all are broken up.
Big events that are going on. We got the final leg of the Triple Crown.
Now they want to apologize to you.
Tomorrow at Saratoga Springs. Yours Louisville and Saratoga Springs. They both got something in common right now besides the Triple Crown.
Yeah. Some of you are in separation.
So, by the way, this is going to be the battle.
Yeah, they want to rebuild with you.
Head to head. Now you saw at Saratoga race
track and the course there, they already had water.
You know your karmic family, your karmic and their family used
When
you.
it gets sloppy out there,
Used you all. You know that.
you can win. By the way, you can watch all of that on Fox or the Fox Sports app. Coverage begins tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. But here's the thing. We have the risk of weather impact, and we were talking about how yesterday it was at a medium category. Now it's at a low category, which means they should be able to clean up the track, and it should be able to dry out just in time for that.
They done raised y'all's blood pressure, stress.
Yeah, it's happening early on Saturday, but the race doesn't start until 7:04 p.m. Eastern. So
Some of them may have online businesses with the help of your money.
maybe you're just getting outdoor plans.
Well, I'll be damned.
In that summer heat. Whoa. Notice or know that the
Will that online business be successful?
best opportunity to get outside.
Talk to me. Okay, there's a mother.
Throughout the day on Sunday, conditions will
Her mother is involved.
Today on Saturday, it's going to be more coastal areas, interior spots near the Great Lakes like Buffalo and Detroit. It's going to be quiet. It's your chance to get outside. But looking at the temperatures,
Like I said, you may be married. Some of you are married.
temperatures drop substantially from what we had.
You need to forgive yourself and others. You don't have to go to them and ask them for forgiveness. Just forgive them for yourself.
That comes back in. That could create enough moisture and instability to ignite some storms early next week.
Some of them are under the influence of drugs.
As we get closer to that event, but just be prepared for tomorrow for those showers in the northeast. Let's talk more about the hurricanes now, right? Here at Fox Weather, it's your Hurricane HQ. We've been talking about it
Libra
all week long.
involved.
And, it's important to talk about why we haven't seen much activity. And it's because what you see here.
You need to switch it up, do so.
Acapulco Beach, Florida. Beautiful sunrise. Why do I know that's a sunrise?
And like I said, you or them will be
I
moving
know because I spent a lot of time.
in silence.
To go when you're at UCF, the college.
They have been told to stop obeying. The divine has told them to stop, but they refuse.
Another reason why you got this statement right here, a statement that we want to see as long as possible throughout the season. Tropical development, unlike
They're going to have a cup full of tears. They're going to be crying.
The atmospheric conditions that are in place, those two ingredients, there's the ITCZ, right? That's that convergence zone that happens in the tropics, right? Southern hemisphere meets the northern hemisphere. There is the equatorial Atlantic. It's also known as the MDR, the main development region. And once you get deeper into the season, August.
Some of them have multiple children.
Really come to fruition.
Maybe by you.
These three squiggly lines. Those are
I'm sure by you.
Those are thunderstorms. And if you were out in the water, yeah, that would be a problem. But there's no kind of core to that system. There's no engine that drives it. It's just a flare-up of storms. Because
Y'all been together for a long time.
Here's that mid-level moisture, and notice how it's in that kind of brown to orange tinge as you move through the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and Hispaniola, or the Dominican Republic.
I saw the number 8.
Where they see plenty of
So some of you may have been together for 8 years.
coming through the ITCZ. When you see it in gold and yellow, that means it's extremely strong and won't allow those.
Let me get another deck.
But once those ingredients change, you know what doesn't fluctuate quickly? The water temperatures. Notice this, the bath water, that this is a...
Like I said, karmics don't want to change.
Usual for the Western Gulf, and so that would be somewhere to watch. Once those conditions start to change, the Saharan dust...
Some of you know you have to move.
Winds start to shift, and maybe a Central American gyre starts to form in the weeks ahead. Those are the spots that we'll be watching, like the Western Gulf. Now, coming up, homes that took on Hurricane Michael, there's some of them that actually won. The high-tech homes helping people along the coast stay safe when the next big storm hits. We'll have more. Plus, wildfires burning all across Canada are sending plumes of smoke into the Midwest and the Northeast. This drone video actually captured a stunning view in southeastern Virginia this morning. It was in the...
Let me get another deck.
The fog that was mixed with the wildfires. Beautiful conditions there. But what's it going to be like over the weekend? More after the break.
Your pantry deserves better. And so do you. We believe every day is a chance for an upgrade. Clean, delicious snacks made without compromise, designed to fuel your joy. Finally, a taste good, feel good, do good snack is just within reach. Lesser evil. Feed the feeling.
Your life is pretty smart, but when it's time to eat, suddenly you feel out of sync. Refresh your routine with Factor. Chef-prepared meals delivered with a tap, ready in 2 minutes. Imagine dinner on autopilot and enjoying Tuscan tomato chicken without lifting a finger. Upgrade your plate. Optimize your nutrition. Eat smart with Factor.
This is a lot. Some of the children may be autistic.
For how you trade. Execute your strategies with tools designed to make trading more intuitive.
Yeah, they want you to stay calm.
Can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Sweet.
SafeLight can come to you for free. And our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
With flexible payment options, get it fixed now and pay later. Only at SafeLight.
You may have bought them a new car.
Yosemite National Park. 1,200 square miles of soaring cliffs, cascading falls, and endless groves of sequoias. They didn't set out to change America, but that's what ended up happening.
As much as we appreciate what our mechanics can do and who they are, no one looks forward to seeing the inside of an auto shop. Because if you're here, the car is too. And that means something's wrong. And likely, it means an expensive repair bill. That is,
This
unless you pull Car Shield.
a male may be a meat butcher.
Plans that cover up to 5,000
Or
parts and systems.
the comic may be a meat butcher. I don't know.
Today, before it's too late.
However, if you need to switch it around, do so. Someone is a lawyer.
Where common sense is our common ground. We're telling your story. Is the most important.
Yeah, they getting ready to get their ass whipped by the divine. By the divine. They getting ready to get an ass whipping.
For you,
For me,
for all,
for all, for all.
They be scrying for y'all, looking for y'all and shit.
And welcome back to
Trying to see where you all are.
West Texas. Right now, this is Moore, Texas, the underside.
Yeah, God coming for them.
Moore, Texas saw volatile conditions last night. They had a wedge tornado, estimates 1 to 2 miles wide, when we were tracking it here on Fox Weather last night. Not too far from there, just outside of Lubbock, they have an active tornado warning.
Someone may write porn.
People in this for Crosby, Garza.
Your comics made a poor investment.
You can see the hook signature. It's textbook. You have that inflow, and this is all radar indicated. And so,
Damn, they was doing all kinds of black magic on y'all.
right now, you're looking at the bright colors that start to emerge in yellow and that green to blue. And estimates right now, 118 mile per hour differential. That would be an estimate of EF2.
The black magic to make you think that they are the one for you.
Low. Before, though, it was strong. And what I want to show you is actually that storm rotation. There's going to be a lot of colors that start to emerge. On this right now, this loop, it's a 2-hour time loop. Lapse, right? See how quickly all of this formed? And notice that this formed here.
They even wanted to be in y'all's will.
It's kind of like this deviant behavior. And notice this in purple and pink. That maxes out that storm rotation potential. And so it is a concern because now you look at the available storm energy. I'm going to pause it because I know there's a lot that's unfolding. Of course, you're seeing that circular
Divine wants y'all to listen to me.
Again, showing you that available storm energy is not lacking. It's going to continue on. And for these areas,
The money that you giving them, they using it to have spell work done on you.
multiple reports of damage in that area as you'll notice how quickly all of this unfolds. You see some of those.
Somebody got pregnant at 15.
Large trees down and windows blown out. Why you want to get into an interior room and not to an exterior wall? In Idalou, they also had an overturned tractor trailer. So for western portions of Texas, this is only the beginning. Not only tonight, but over the weekend, we're going to see repetitive rounds of storms that are possible in this area. I'm going to draw out what the rest of tonight could look like for
They
this
lose
area
the
of
strength.
Texas. You see by 9 p.m. a main line, but they're still fragmented and segmented, which means these are isolated supercells that are blitzing through. Then they congeal into a line over western Oklahoma.
Somebody a hand injury.
And that's the beginning of a long-duration event that bleeds into early next week. Now, we said it's Clash of the Season, so the hurricane season, it's here now, and now is the time to prepare. But some homes along the Florida Panhandle region start bracing for storms. They are being built to withstand them. We want to let you in.
Some of you are not yet spiritually awakened. Hopefully, this will awaken you. You're stressed out. Your karmic is doing nothing but partying. Maybe you are partying.
These homes that we're looking at are setting a new standard for safety. They withstood Hurricane Michael back in 2018.
Your karmic is going to be regretful.
Hurricane. Talk to us about what makes a Delta
Be in regret.
stronger in a hurricane compared to a regular home.
Karmic is going to be in regret.
Round homes, we do have the crescents, which are round on the ends. Round homes, typically,
They may wear a lot of black to keep themselves protected. You may wear a lot of black. Soulmate. Like I said, karmic soulmate. Aquarius play key role. Aquarius don't have no love at all. Again, somebody writing poems.
And Meg, I mean, that's one fascinating way because the wind, right, the brunt of it, up to 190 mile per hour winds. But
drugs are related.
In so many spots along the coast, flooding and storms.
Some are too clingy.
What is Deltec doing to kind of adapt to that threat?
So what we do is we actually build the structure, but we look at everything.
And then collective, I got something to tell y'all.
What kind of foundation they should use in order to protect themselves. And typically, we try to get at least 2 feet.
Okay, the tarot readers that you are going to.
Basements, crawl spaces, whatever the appropriate foundation is.
You are going to, they're doing spell work.
And when we think about these massive systems, especially a category...
Let me rephrase that. Your karmic went to a tarot reader to do spell work on you.
So many as these storms in recent years have done, they've knocked out power to so many people. What kind of backup systems do you include in case that electricity does go out?
That's why their souls are on lockdown. Okay? Collective, I got something to tell you. And something good is coming to you.
Generators, things like that.
Your soul tribe is coming in the physical. You are being upgraded spiritually on your gifts. So some of you are doing the work. A blessing is coming in.
Yeah, it just shows you.
Some of you are light witches.
Potentially power knocked out for an extended amount of time. Like, I gotta ask, because people seem to be moving.
Archangel Metatron is with you. You may be working with Archangel Metatron. You are highly favored in the spiritual realm.